And for SNU basketball team, it's turnovers. I mean, it's simple. I mean, it's penalties and turnovers are two things you can't have. I mean, in football, obviously, you don't want penalties that pushes you back. In turnovers in basketball, it pushes you back. You just cannot do things like that.
Yeah, well, and you know, Matt, you hear coaches talk about it all the time, just taking care of those little things, focusing on fundamentals, letting the big things take care of themselves, and it's so true.
You're going to turn the ball over in a basketball game. If you're not turning it over, you're not trying to make plays. But, I mean, 8 in the first half is just a little too many.
Great rebound by John West. Ryan Aaron to Lyons, puts it up. 2 points.
Nice finish by Lyons. Didn't try and dunk it. He just went up, made the fundamental move. I like that right there.
Yeah, great basket by Lyons. Sullivan driving inside. Oh, Matt, nice block.
Nice block by
number
Lyons.
42. A little block party downtown.
Just got those long arms.
And Aaron from the perimeter. Bounces off the rim. Fortunately for SNU, that'll be the Eagles' ball.
SNU needs to keep the momentum they have right now. They need to extend this lead before halftime. I know there's only 40 seconds left. They need to get a stop right here and go score before the half. The Southwest Christian team's hanging around. If you just let them hang around, this thing will go down to the wire.
30 seconds left now remaining in the first half. SNU ahead by 2. Southwestern Christian just taking their time, letting the clock count down. Taylor signaling his offense. Top of the key.
Good job by SNU,
Great
forcing
job.
the turnover. Good defense all the way down to the shot clock. Did not give up a good shot right there. And, you know, unfortunately for Southwest Christian, they couldn't get it.
So a timeout now. SNU ahead 25-22. 8 seconds remaining in this first half. It's the Crimson Storm Athletic Network on SNUathletics.com. We'll take a quick break. Be back in a moment. Welcome back. 6 seconds on the clock now, counting down.
Apologize for that miscommunication there, a little technical problem right there, but that's all right. You just saw John West went down for the quick shot and then a foul.
Yeah.
Bad foul right there for SNU.
So 0.27 seconds left in the first half. At the line shooting for the Eagles is number 22, Ray Hillard, the guard, junior guard, out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hillard misses it. Nice rebound by Ryan Aaron, and time expires here in the first half. SNU ahead, go into the locker room, 25-22. This is Crimson Storm Athletic Network on SNUathletics.com.
Welcome back to SNU College Game Day. Right now we got a low-scoring affair, 25-22, between the Southern Nazarene University Crimson Storm and the Southwest Christian Eagles. Josh, you and I predicted that this would be a big victory for the Southern Nazarene University Crimson Storm, but it proves, or the Eagles have proven to come in and give them quite a game so far.
Yeah, Southwestern Christian University, they come in here and definitely shocked the Southern Nazarene University men's basketball team. You know, I predicted a huge victory for SNU coming in, but Southwestern, they went, not in this house. They came here, they came literally down the street to this school, and is now showing SNU putting up a big fight right now.
Definitely. We did mention this is the backyard brawl, the Battle of 39th Expressway, and Southwest Christian doing a good job of coming out and saying they're not just going to lay down in front of a more talented and higher ranked team. Now, Josh, let's talk a little bit about your surprises in this game, because we do obviously have some surprises because we were wrong about the score, especially the halftime score. But let's talk about some of your surprises for this game.
Well, big surprises. Let's first start off with the big blocks. I don't mean to sound harsh, but I think Adrian Hunter is definitely struggling from the perimeter. Last game, he had his career high with 5 3-pointers. However, this game, he's not getting it done. I think he definitely needs to focus up and start laying. Definitely surprises is coming off the bench, Mr. Tyrone Lyons.
Yeah. Definitely. Tyrone Lyons coming off the bench, like you said, 6'10", came up with 2 late blocks at the end of that half to keep the lead. If those had both gone in, they would be winning by 1, Southwest Christian would. Those late 2 blocks and 1 to add on at the beginning of the game he's having himself a pretty good game off the bench, and he is a transfer from Los Angeles, California. So he's coming from a long way. He's putting up some big numbers.
Yeah, and with those 2 key blocks, they definitely keep the Southwestern Christian to a close. SNU is leading right now 25-22 at the half, so those 2 blocks are definitely huge for this SNU men's basketball team.
Josh, if you are Coach Boach and you're in halftime, you have a lead, you're probably not comfortable with that lead, a team that's not as talented as you, a team that, I still don't think will win this game, but if you're Coach Boach, what are you saying to your team right now in order to regain a bigger lead or even get a bigger lead, which they don't have right now anyway and still haven't had?
These guys, this SNU team is definitely, I think personally that they are overlooking the Southwestern Christian offense. They're kind of coasting through this game, and Southwestern is definitely taking a big punch on that as they're putting up a big fight tonight. Coach Boach is definitely in the locker room trying to fire them up and showing them that, hey, we have the alumni here, we have the current students, we have all these people here supporting them, that they need to start stepping up the game and start focusing on what matters, and that's what victory is tonight.
Definitely, and we did predict John West is a big X factor in this game. Not too many points in the first half, but he is playing good defense, and we expect the Crimson Storm to come out and hopefully regain this lead. We're a little bit biased, but if Southern Nazarene doesn't doesn't start being a little bit smarter with the ball, we might have a better game on our hands and might even have a Southwest Christian win.
Oh, of course. And like you said, John West is kind of struggling on his offense. However, his defense is solid.
Yes.
On the offensive side, I think Forrest McGloster is definitely stepping up his game. Shooting from the perimeter, draining the threes when we need them. He's definitely noticing that the SNU offense is struggling, so he's going ahead and take the ball, and he's leading his offense right now.
Definitely, I agree. Hey, John West is a very disciplined player, great player. He's getting the ball to guys like McGloster, like Hunter that can score, although Hunter did struggle from beyond the arc this half. Other than surprises, what are some good things you see in the Crimson Storm this first half? But also, what are some things that they can improve on as a team, not just, player by player?
I think right now the SNU is coming up clutch on the defensive side of the ball. We're coming up with these huge blocks, these big steals that are definitely momentum shifters within this game. They're definitely getting these key steals, key blocks that are boosting this SNU to maintain this lead at the half.
Definitely. And on the flip side, Southwestern Christian, they're kind of hitting on all cylinders, playing as good a game as they need to stay within 3 and maybe even win this ball game. What does Southwest Christian have to continue to do or improve on to make this a win for the Eagles?
I think Southwestern definitely needs to keep doing what they have been doing this entire first half, as this defense is putting up quite a fight. The Southwestern defense, they're getting these key steals that on their side of the court. They're getting these key steals just to put it right back up and stick with SNU right now.
Exactly. And like we said, Southwest Christian, 2 games in a row, Bethany College and Bacone College, that was the first win by 2 points, next game by 1 point. So we know the Eagles can squeak out games. They can get, battle through games. They can end up on top. Southern Nazarene University had a tough loss to UCO in overtime. So we'll see how they can do under adversity. Right now, I'd say they're under some adversity.
Of course. Southwestern, as you've seen with the Bethany College and Bacone University, pulling off just squeaking by with the win. I think that they definitely proved that they can stick with the big guns. They can stick with these schools and pull by. They're not a big powerhouse school, however, they can get it done, and they can. And tonight they're challenging SNU.
Yes, and there is something to be said for a team that can squeak out games and get in there and work. Not to discourage the Southern Nazarene University Crimson Storm team, but right now what we're seeing is some hustle out of SCU right now. SCU is kind of getting out hustled, but we'll see if Bohawk can get his men together and come out and win a big game.
The hustle is going. You'll see turning around the second half if Bohawk is in the lock, firing up his team. I definitely will be stepping it up.
Exactly. I agree, and they're going to have to shoot better from the field. We know that. They're D. All they got to do is keep that up, and they can come out with a victory. We expect them to, so we think they will.
Yeah. And with this 25-22 lead, now Clay, what do you predict the second half is going to be? First half was a little tough for SNU, a little tough. What do you think is going to happen in the second half?
You know, I think SNU is going to come out. I'm expecting SCU to not let up because I know their coach is in there telling them, hey, we got them right where we want them. We're beating SNU at SNU during their homecoming, and usually you beat a team pretty bad when you invite them for your homecoming. You know? I think SCU is going to come out. They're going to continue to play big-time defense, but I just think SNU is too talented and too good to get beat by a team that has squeaked by their last 2 games. I think they're going to come out on top, and I think they're going to win this ball game. And I'm going to go with a final score of 56. I'm going to go 56-47. I say they win by 9 points. I say
SNU pulling it off?
SNU pulls off the win. I say pull off, but I think they will end up winning this game. I think SCU will kind of drain out of energy by the end of the game, and SNU will end up winning by 9.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a close final score. SCU is definitely going to push SCU to the final point, to the final seconds, and it's going to be a close final score.
Where's my wedding ring?
Exactly, yes. And, you know, we got No Shave November going on, and so it's kind of seeing what kind of man every man is, or what every man is made of. And so we're about to see what these men on the court are made of, because Southern Nazarene University is facing some adversity right now. And, you know, Josh, how can they overcome this adversity? You know, we're talking about growing beards, stuff like that, as a joke. You know, we're having some fun here. But seriously, how can they overcome this adversity? We said, what do they got to do better? But plain and simple, you know, basketball, you score more points. I hate to sound like John Madden right now, but you score more points, you get on the boards, you know, that's what you got to do. Plain and simple.
That's the famous words, John Madden, yeah. Whoever scores the most points is going to win the game.
Exactly.
That's key. That's what SNU has to focus on. Whoever gets the most baskets, the most goals, will indeed win this game.
I might even pull out a Brett Favre quote on you and say the good teams are good at what they do.
Yes.
You know?
Now we talked about the bench coming in, stepping it up. With Tyrone coming off the bench, getting 2 huge blocks, getting some key rebounds, dishing out to McLaughlin on the perimeter. Now, who do you decide is going to go big in the second half?
A guy I see working in the first half, Shane Callahan, guy from Ireland, you know, Irish wonder, coming out. And he, one thing he does not do is he does not give up on boards. He does not give up on rebounds. He's a worker. You know, also Tyrone inside. They have a very big advantage inside. But also Derek Colvin for Southwest Christian puts up a good fight, puts up a good battle. But I do think Shane Callahan is going to make a difference for the Crimson Storm in the second half. I think they're going to pull off this win. I think they're going to do it. But like we said, they have to finish plays. They had a lot of good fast break opportunities. We had some, well, failed alley-oop opportunities that would have been crazy awesome.
Now they're this all you. They need to start focusing on making the key, the high percentage shots.
Yes.
High percentage shots are going to be what boosts them ahead in this game.
Yes, and Josh, what is your prediction for the second half? What do you think happens? What's the difference? What's the difference between the first and second half? What happens in this game?
I know both coaches are in the locker room right now just firing up their teams. You know, it's homecoming, the big atmosphere, like you said, with the alumni, the current students. Everything's just going out of hand. The student section's got the crowd, the thunder sticks, everything. I think both teams are going to come out gunning for the overall victory. However, I think SNU will squeak by with this. However, they need to step up their game if they're going to have this victory.
Agreed. You know, we have a low-scoring affair. Kind of looks like the first half of the OSU Kansas State college football game right now. We have a low-scoring half, but you know, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have two teams, like you said, come out and kind of run and gun.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. We both think the SNU will win. We'll see if they can pull it off or not. But you know, this has been SNU College Game Day, your halftime report for the men's basketball game, Southern Nazarene University and Southwestern Christian University. I'm Clay Milford.
And I'm Josh Riley.
And thank you for watching. Now we're going to send it back for tip-off on the second, or not tip-off, for the second half. Go to our field reporters, Pat Shellenberger, Eric Hicks, and Travis Vernier.